Dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, absolutely.
And I've never felt this way before. And I swear this is true, and I owe it all to you. I used to sing that song.
Yeah.
It would be dead silent.
And you would just...
And I would... I had the time of my life.
That's not bad. Anyway, man, how you sleeping?
Well, I slept like shit last night.
Which was kind of your own doing in a way, right?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was that little...
Because, well, I mean...
No, just like the sound itself. I wasn't... Yeah. There was a lot of...
Like an elf asking for permission to climax. Can I? And then he's always told no. Okay. And then he can't do it.
Sure. I was going to just say like a bridge troll that sucked in some helium, but...
Yeah. Same. Isn't that
Same
what an
thing.
elf is
It's
anyway?
the exact same thing. I don't know. They're played by the same guy.
Yeah. But yeah, last night I was up super late. I couldn't take my sleep medication because it was 4 a.m. when I finally finished editing all of the things.
That sucks. I had the same issue the other night, actually. I couldn't. My insomnia and anxiety was just peaking at like 1 o'clock. So it was just like a roller coaster ride until like 4, until I finally like calmed down and got sleepy. And then I was like, I should just take a melatonin. But I'm like, if I take a melatonin, I'm going to sleep through everything. And then I'm not going to get up in the morning. So bit that bullet pretty hard, man. Just deep throated that 50 caliber bullet.
Pulling himself up by his bootstraps. Rejecting the melatonin.
So then yesterday I fell asleep at a very normal time for me and just zonked. It was great.
What day is it? Today's Wednesday?
Yeah. Always Wednesday, man. It's been Wednesday every time.
It's true. Oh, yesterday I was on Booblets podcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Art of Booming.
The Art of Booming.
I was like, is this...
The Art of Booming.
I actually was like, what's this called? The Art of Booming? It's a bunch of boomers.
Oh, I thought maybe it was just going to be like every episode is somebody's story of the last time they did mushrooms.
Oh.
The Art of Booming.
You know?
Because that's what people call them. They call them boomers. You know
That's
what I mean?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That would maybe that podcast already exists. I don't know.
It's good. It's absolutely good. For sure. Would it be a good podcast? Probably. Actually.
But yeah, I did that, and that was fun. It was funny. Like the energy was kind of low in the beginning because we know each other. Like Dan and I know each other, but it's not.
But you're not like
super
close.
Well.
Yeah.
So it was like that.
You had to tread the awkward waters for a few minutes,
and then he said, he's like, "You're a podcaster. Have you ever had somebody bomb on your podcast?" I was like, "Oh my God, is that what you're saying right now?"
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, for sure, dude. It's happened. Ugh. I hope that's not what this is. But no, and then...
That's 100% not what it was. But I'm still saying, oh man, because I want to,
Because it's such an awkward feeling.
Well, yeah, and you...
Because we're literally recording a podcast.
Well, and it's you also. It's not, you know
that's
what I mean?
True.
Like, you would do that. You would be the person who was afraid of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if somebody said to me, like, have you ever bombed on a podcast? I'd be like, of course. But like in your case, you're like, fuck. Like,
what podcasts have you been on besides all of mine?
I don't know that I have been on any other podcast, but I've certainly bombed on yours before.
We definitely need to change that.
I've bombed on this fucking podcast before, dude. When I get way too fired up.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, all right, he's up big, man.
You think that's bombing?
I don't know. I'm just self-pitying. I'm super good at it, dude.
Sure.
It really pisses people off, too. People are like, why do you cut yourself down? And I'm like, what? Because then I can't get you to feel bad for me.
I think, well, I mean, comics, we have to do it because it keeps your ego in check.
Yeah. I mean, that's I'd heard this used for another scenario, but I feel like it's really applicable here. It's like when bombing is the ego equivalent of like handing somebody a snow globe because you love it and you're proud of it, and then them throwing it on the ground and you being like, I can literally never put this back together.
And you have to explain to them why it was so cool. And they're looking at this pile of shit on the ground, and there's no convincing them.
Yeah, you have to be like, dude, do you know who made that? And they're like, no.
The Chinese?
It doesn't matter now. It's not even a thing anymore. Now it's just wet glitter and some glass.
That's how a lot of stand-up sets end, is wet glitter and glass.
I don't know what you mean.
Are they three different things, or is it wet glitter and glass?
Well, I suppose it could be three different things.
Wet
but
glitter and glass.
So dumb. It was funny. It was well done, but really
maybe
stupid.
that's how the pitch meeting went. All right. So everybody, welcome to the Hasbro meeting.
Hasbro,
right? Is that the toy company?
Yeah, but why are they
All right.
they don't make snow
So
globes?
He-Man is doing super great. What else do we got? Tiffany, you're our new intern, right?
Yeah.
Daryl said you're gonna dazzle us today.
Yeah, just wait. So I have this super good idea. And I just okay, first of all, buckle up, because this is going to blow your mind.
Well, luckily we make buckles, so.
Well, second of all, nobody's ever seen anything like this before. You know, in the middle of the summer when you're thinking, I wish I had a winter wonderland at my fingertips.
Every time.
Yeah. Well, now you can with the snow globe. Simply tip it upside down and watch your pseudo-universe inside the globe become a winter wonderland before your very eyes.
Am I in Narnia?
No, but you can be with our Narnia edition snow globes. It's called The Lion, the Witch, and the Snow Globe.
Also, any relation to Donald Trump?
Yes, actually. He's my dad.
I thought, I could tell by your...
Shut the fuck up, okay? You're making me look terrible.
Don, happy to have you on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm here for. Put America first. Make America great again. Even though... I love...
It's the 1980s.
I love how his slogan is, make America great again. Okay.
And
people fucking hate this guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I get that. I understand people being real upset at the Donald. I get it. The guy's a doofus, right? He says really horrible things sometimes. He tweets really horrible things a lot.
Yeah.
He tweets really dumb shit all the time, too. Like when he just tweets in all caps and he says, law and order. And you're like, hey, man, you tweeted that 13 hours ago. Why are you tweeting that again? Anyway, I do find it really funny that his new slogan is MAGA 2020. People have been saying keep America great, but like he's been putting MAGA 2020 on his own tweets, which is so funny because it's like, dude, your slogan before was MAGA. So it's like, are we going to return stuff back to the way it was before you were president, or what are you talking about?
MAGA.
And then he's like,
we're going to make America great again. Okay? Do you understand? Does that make sense to you? It's MAGA with two A's at the end. Okay.
I just want him to make magma molten again,
MMMA?
That's Tony Robbins again, sorry.
Oh. Sorry about that. Not a huge fan of Tony. He's a nice guy. He's made a lot of money over his career. He's very inspiring. He does have really nice hands, I will tell you that. He's strong. He's very strong. He makes a mean pork sandwich. Not a lot of people know that about him because I used to be so close with Tony Robbins. I used to go over to his house, he'd make his pork sandwiches, and he would say, Donald, I've never seen anyone eat this much pork. And I would say, you're absolutely right, Tony. I don't know a single person on earth who can eat this much pork. Anyway, all that to say, America is going to shit, okay? We're building a wall down at the border of Mexico and Texas, and right now we've got 450 miles of border built. And although the whole wall is not built, and I promised that in my first term of president it would be built, the liberal media and the liberals in Congress, in the House, in Congress, has spent so much time trying to dismount and dismantle the Donald in my campaign and the silent majority, which is the most powerful people in the world. Anyways, so I'm not going to finish the wall in my first term, but it will be finished in the second term. And you know who's going to pay for it? The liberals. So before, they said, there's no way you're going to get Mexico to pay for the wall. Okay? That's what they said. And they were right. And now, I'm just going to get the liberals to pay for the wall because everybody has to pay taxes. And we're paying for it with taxes. So, suck that, liberals. Okay?
Is that too much Trump impression?
No, I was going to say, what do you have to say, Donald, about liberals saying that they'll only pay for it in Bitcoin?
Well, okay, so two things. One, Bitcoin, very strong currency. It's actually, ever since COVID, the Bitcoin and Ethereum, and there's some other coins out there, we're actually making my own coin. It's called the Donald, and it's got me standing back to back with Scrooge McDuck on it. But at this point, the dollar is so abundant, and you know, the United States and China have had so many problems. We just made so many bad deals over the course of the last 50 years, okay? And nobody knows how to make a deal better than Donald Trump. It's been said. They wrote books about it. Have you read the book, The Art of the Deal? Okay. Yes, I wrote the book, but that doesn't matter. So anyway, so China and Bitcoin are basically rivals, okay?
Donald,
Yes.
is your blood sugar low?
Yes.
Would you like some McDonald's?
Yes. Could you actually? Okay, here's the deal. Okay, I'll take the McDonald's, but on two conditions. One, I will not be seen in a McDonald's. You must get me the McDonald's. Second of all, I like filet of fishes, but it has to sit in the weird, warm shower, post-shower heat lamp light for long enough that it's become like kind of a lukewarm fish. That's the way I like my filet of fish.
What do you have to say about accusations of Tony Robbins strangling women by Lakeside?
Okay, as I said before, me and Tony used to be great friends. Now think he's kind of a bad person. Okay, mostly because he's in bed with the liberal cuck media. Okay. With that said, he does have very big hands, and I would know because I also have very big hands, okay? There is no one in America that has bigger hands than me, except maybe Tony Robbins. So I don't care what you have to say about my hands as long as China loses, okay? And we've made a lot of really bad deals over the course of the last 50 years, okay? And everyone in the world knows that there's nobody better at making a deal than me, Donald Trump. Okay, they wrote a book about it. It's called The Art of the Deal. Have you read the book?
Yes, several times.
You should read the book. You should buy the book. You should buy several copies of the book. Okay? You should encourage other people to buy several copies of the book. Okay.
Okay.
I could do this all day, buddy.
So, have you seen the video of the guy shitting his balls out yet?
What? I don't know if I'm excited or terrified. Can you be both?
Go ahead, hit the thing.
Oh God, no way this happened. What is this on? TikTok?
Twitter.
Okay. I thought a guy literally shit so hard that his balls came out of his scrotum and out his ass. And I was like, dude, that's not possible.
Isn't that
That's
insane?
so fucking funny.
He's got the saggiest of balls.
Have you seen my balls?
Do your balls hang that low?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I used to bat wing all the time.
So when you heard shitting out balls, you were like, I shit on my balls all the time.
What? Oh, now?
Yeah.
No.
No?
What?
Oh.
I'm super confused.
I was thinking that maybe
Dumb.
you thought that because you shit on your
Did Tom
balls
Segura post that?
he retweeted it.
Yeah, I saw that.
They had that guy on the show.
No way.
Yeah. It's
Was he
very
cool?
funny. Yeah. Which is
That
super
seems-
surprising.
Well, I don't know, because I feel like doing that and then like to record it and then like post it in slow mo is like it takes a level of like you have to be completely unashamed of yourself. And
Well, he's a porn star.
oh, okay,
That's
so
why his
there's that.
asshole's so clean.
Okay, so there's that for sure, but also like it's funny as hell. Like that's really funny.
So they found out
He shit out his balls, dude. That's funny.
they found out in the interview that the reason why it seemed like so hasty, he did that on New Year's Eve when the ball dropped.
Like live.
I guess.
That's so funny. The balls drop.
So he can stretch out his balls so much that he has stuffed his balls into his butt, and been fucked in the butt
Oh no,
with
dude.
his balls in butt.
Dude, okay. There are a lot of things wrong with that. But I feel like the worst thing about that is like, what if the friction like tears your bag away from your stump? You know what I mean? Like that's, dude.
Well, I mean, I guess it's like part of his shtick. Like he has a regimen that he
has
does.
a following. That following wants balls and ass.
So he like stretches them out and gets them nice and malleable.
Oh my God, dude. It's horrifying, bro.
He does femdom videos where like chicks will step on his nuts and stuff. And so that's where it all started, was he started stretching his beanbag out to like deception wise, so he doesn't get his nuts squished so hard. More room in the beanbag. You know.
Yeah, dude, because like the wrong scenario and he ruptures a testy, and that's, from what I understand, there was like they did like in joules basically, like they're like the pain scale. I don't know what they measure pain scale in or whatever, but I think it's in joules, which is weird. That could be so weird. Fucking wrong, but because I think that's an electricity thing, so I don't know why they would measure it in that. But like giving birth is the reason people say it's like the most painful thing ever, is because it's the sustained amount of time that you're doing it. You know, it's like you could be in labor for 16 hours, which is horrifying, you know?
Yeah.
Now, getting kicked in the balls, they say, is like 200 times worse than like the peak level of pain from giving birth.
Really?
But the pain is like instantaneous, and then it goes away, and then you just get a stomach ache.
Why the stomach ache too? I
don't actually know. I think it's a reflex thing though.
Oh.
I think it's like the muscles and stuff down there, like,
sure,
and just like start to like try to suck your balls back in because they're trying to protect it.
All of your intestines are trying to retreat because
yeah. So the like rupturing a testicle is like apparently 200 times worse than getting kicked in the balls, which is like that's like traumatizing pain. That's like pain you never come back from. That's like pain like you go to Azkaban, you never come back the same. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so funny story about me getting hit in the balls. So I was at hockey practice many, many years ago, right? I was in high school. The biggest human being I have ever played hockey with was out on the ice with us, okay? Rips a clap bomb, slap shot.
Oh, I thought that was like stripper term, like he started twerking out on the ice.
Just clapping his ass and then shit midway through. It's called a clap bomb. So this guy just absolutely uncorks a slap shot, right?
Okay.
And I'm standing like near the net to try to tip the shot.
Oh.
Okay, like redirect it into the net, okay? And the shot is completely unredirectable. It is coming straight for the fucking beanbag, right? And you wear a nut cup playing hockey, right?
Sure.
But my balls were like hanging to the point that they were like the edge of the cup was like my balls were like here and here, right?
Wow.
And it hit me straight on the cup, and I just went down, right? It just folded. Like,
yeah.
It was horrible. My coach comes skating over to me, and he's like, come on, come here. And and I'm like, can't breathe. I'm in so much pain, you know. Puts his arms under my like shoulders, like in my armpits.
Yeah.
And starts like lifting me up and dropping me on my ass. And he does it like over and over. And he's like, this helps, this helps, this helps. And I'm like, this doesn't help. This doesn't help. This hurts. He's like, this is what you're supposed to do. This helps. And I'm like, I'm hurting my balls more. This is, you're dropping, you're falling onto ice. It was so bad. So painful. I literally just skated off the ice and went home.
That sounds like a Will Ferrell movie.
Dude,
like,
it was
this helps.
Horrifying.
God
Yeah.
damn it, that's funny.
Yeah, it was not cool.
Oh, I went to school with a kid. What's it called? Tree shearing.
Like trimming trees?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So out here, tree shearing is like a big thing.
Okay, yeah,
like
for
Christmas
sure.
trees and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's a common job for high school and
Yeah. So this young lad, I still don't really get how it happened, but the shear came down, ripped his pants, and cut his ball sack open. And he said, looking at his testicles, out.
I didn't want to do it into the mic, but I wanted to. You know what I mean?
That actually scared me. I actually jumped a little bit because
It was horrifying. The guy cut his bag open.
Yeah, and he said he could see the one testicle.
Could he see his vas deferens?
I don't know. I mean, he could.
Should have asked.
You're seeing something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's hanging out there.
I wonder what color they are.
That's a great question.
Do you think they're milky white?
No, I think they're because have you seen bull testicles?
Yeah, they're probably the same or same color as the inside of your body.
It's probably.
Yeah.
It's muscle.
Is it though?
Yes.
Isn't it an organ?
No, it's muscle.
Your testicles?
They are an organ. I think you're right.
100%. They're your reproductive organ.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't really flex your liver, you know?
But I can flex my nuts.
Yeah, but that's not your nuts that you're flexing.
Did you know that not everybody can do that? Not everyone can make their balls move up and down.
Does it take like a strong prostate or something?
I don't know. Like flex.
Aren't you? Don't you? Isn't flexing like doing that? Isn't that you just like kind of flexing your taint?
I don't know. It makes my balls go up. So maybe. I don't know if your taint is,
I don't know
is
that I've
like
ever tried.
like a crane operator.
I can tell you this. Maybe I've tried and I didn't know I was trying because I didn't know that it was doing that. But I've never like looked at myself in the mirror and like flexed and like tried to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Honey, I'm at 2 centimeters.
But I was on a choir trip, and
like Ace Ventura there.
Yeah,
or what?
But I was singing, and somebody was like, "Do your balls go up when you sing really high?" And I was like, "Yeah, sometimes." And I looked at these two other guys, and they're like, "What the what?" And I was like, "You guys can't make your balls move?" And they were like upset that I was even talking about it.
How, Griff? How could you? You are disgusting.
In these great halls of the Malacca High School.
Oh, the oxymoron in that sentence. These great halls of Malacca High School.
Yeah. They had, I don't know if they still have it, but they have that wolf that's in the.
I've never been to Malacca.
Like that maybe hacky you'd.
I suppose maybe I could have played in Malacca, but I don't recall ever having played in Malacca.
But anyways, their high school, there's a big wolf. Stuffed wolf.
The Malacca Wolves.
But the funny thing is, a lot of them say woof instead of wolf.
You know why?
Why?
Because Malacca. Am I about to say something that's going to get people to know?
I'm just making faces.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, what are you going to say, buddy?
I shit on Malacca all the time. Get it?
Okay. Because I was just going to say it's probably not, they're probably not the brightest.
It's the methadone clinic of Princeton.
Like it actually is, or you just...
No, I'm just saying.
Oh,
like,
that's funny though. That's
everybody
a good line.
looks like they have a hangover.
Everyone looks like they're drowning in their corn t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
and their
that town.
jean coat jeans.
Yeah. I don't like that town one bit.
That's fair. That's totally fair. There's some towns that I don't like that are mostly hockey towns, actually.
Aren't they all hockey towns in this great state of Wisconsin?
Fuck Wisconsin. No, I don't know. Not all of them I would consider hockey towns. Like Hopkins is like a basketball town, you know, because they have like the best basketball team.
It's a little on the nose, eh? Hop.
Okay, by that logic, they'd be a jump rope town or a skateboard
you hop.
town. I don't know. Sure. Okay, we'll give it to you. Okay.
Right? Isn't that called a hop up?
No, it's called a layup, you dunce.
Pass me the rock. I'm gonna do a hop up. I played basketball when I was a kid.
That sounds like you're about to do some crack. Is what that sounds like. Pass me the rock. I'm about to get hopped up, dog.
That is exactly what it sounds like.
Zip. Dude, have you seen Trailer Park Boys?
I've seen an episode.
Every time I do like a J-Rock impression, I'm like hoping that you know that I'm doing J-Rock
Zip
impressions.
thing? Is that what that is?
Yeah. Zip. Zip. Here's one of my favorite lines by him. He's like... He gets a job at the airport with his friend Tyrone because they can't be rappers anymore because they're both having kids with two different women and they don't know whose is whose because they've both been banging the two ladies. So they're just going to be co-dads. And so him and Tyrone get a job at the airport to steal from people, like steal their luggage and then sell it in their trailer.
That's awesome.
And he's like walking through the trailer. He's like, check out all this dope shit, ma. It's all from. And he like picks it up and there's like a miniature disco ball. Like,
it's all from Europe.
And he like spins the dude. It's so funny.
Europe.
It's all from Europe.
Love it.
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying.
Sounds right up my alley. Oh, no, I was just going to say I played basketball as a kid. And,
did you know?
Yeah. I actually
check out my gravel pit.
I scored the winning field goal in basketball hoops when I was, I don't know, like 10, some bullshit. We had one insanely good kid on our team, and it was like the Detroit Pistons versus the Bulls back in the 90s.
Okay,
like they just kept pummeling our one good player, our albino Michael Jordan, and they were
that was such a good reference. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Can you name one of the players from Detroit that would beat up on Michael Jordan? Please?
Rasheed Waleria.
No. That was Rasheed Wallace, but but that's years later. Honestly, just give it a shot. Just like give it a shot.
There's that one guy with the like that Michael Jordan still hates to this day. It's Mariska Hargitay?
No, it's Isaiah Thomas, but
Isaiah Thomas, there we go.
Okay, so
and then there's the goggle guy
from
the Pistons.
Detroit? Yeah. Do you mean Richard Hamilton who wore a face mask?
Yeah.
He was also later. He played with Rasheed Wallace and Ben Wallace.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think they were the 04 Pistons. Was the Pistons that like they were gonna possibly win another championship.
I see.
Okay, so the correct answer would have been like Bill Laimbeer, or the low-hanging fruit answer, which, I mean,
is it
Dennis Rodman? Man.
Yeah,
my favorite player ever.
Yeah.
That was like not fun for you. You looked humiliated. Don't be Poppy, come here. It's okay.
Oh, your cold, clammy hands.
Yeah, dude.
Get some circulation.
Dude, I have fucking Raynaud's, bro.
It sounds like such an alien.
Yeah.
It sounds like what Scientologists are trying to get out of you.
Yeah, 100%. You know what sounds way worse, though? That is a less afflicting condition that I have. What? Ausgutschlatters.
Is that right next to the Schlondpuffe?
That sounds like a Dutch dessert. Welcome to Amsterdam. Would you like some Schlondpuffe?
Hi, obviously American because I'm better than you. Is there anything you recommend on the menu here?
Well, you could either have the Schlandepufen, or the Dietzel, or the Schnitzel, or the Wiener Schnitzel, which is very German. But who gives a fuck?
Schlandpufa is from Barbie, actually.
What?
There was like a Barbie cartoon.
Barbie goes to the red light district.
It's like they're toys, but it's like the fourth wall is broken
it was
down.
it was an actual cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
That Lelia Bedelia to watch.
I know what you're talking about.
There's a super funny point where Ken is trying to put together the toy car for Barbie, and he can't find the golden Schlandpufa, which is apparently a part of the instructions. And he's just him running around going, "Where's the Schlandpufa?" It's so ridiculous, but it's stuck with me to this day.
Yeah, as it should, because that's fucking funny.
Yeah. Have you seen Eurovision Fire Saga?
I have not. Caitlin and I have scrolled past that a few times, and we've both been like, "Should we?" And then we don't.
It's beautiful. It's basically I've said this about Adam Sandler a bazillion times, but that dude kind of gave up on his career for a while and just knew that he could make money off of movies, so just constantly hired his friends and was like, where would it be cool to shoot a movie? Yeah. How can I have an excuse to go somewhere cool with my friends?
Can we go to Fiji?
And that's what this movie felt like, is because Will Ferrell produced and co-wrote it with another guy. And it's like, dude,
Is Adam McKay behind that one or no?
No, it's the guy.
Because they've done a lot together.
The guy who did, the guy who directed Old School. But anyways,
okay.
Yeah, it just seemed like Will Ferrell wanted to just fucking go on a European road trip, basically.
That's pretty funny.
And it's all based in like Iceland is their town.
When the first like commercial I saw or the preview I saw for it, just to me it felt like it was going to be just like a shitty Blades of Glory. And like Blades of Glory to me I think is the most underrated Will Ferrell movie.
Pretend that it's your friend who got to do this really fun thing. And you're like, good for you, man. That looks like so much fucking fun. Like that's what it felt like, because it's a lot of it is a musical, really. And so you're just like, man, this is the people of.
Okay, that's sweet. So he's just having a blast.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that's
I'm very pro Will Ferrell. So yeah. And
he does the classic, like, I feel like he invented that, like, that awkward. Like you're breaking down the fourth wall, but you're not at the same time. Somebody will say something, and rather than it being a part of the script, for some reason, that person questions the thing, and everybody's like, no, I don't understand what you're saying at all. Like, what's the fucking Talladega Nights, when Sacha Baron Cohen slams him on the pool table and is trying to get him to say he loves crepes.
Yeah.
And they're doing like wait, are crepes just those really thin pancakes? Yeah, there's just really thin pancakes. Oh, just say you love really thin pancakes. Like that kind of like, it doesn't match really the scene.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. I thought you meant like confronting, because when you said like breaking down the fourth wall, it was like, to me, like I thought kind of like what you meant was like he would almost address the viewer.
Oh, sure. Yeah, and I've never been able to accurately describe it, but like that kind of like,
I get what totally, and I tend to agree with you, I think. I don't know for sure, because I haven't seen enough like comedy or like that kind of stuff from back in the day.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Well, you think about like Superbad was basically modeled after, it was like a high school version of Anchorman in so many ways as far as the dialogue went.
Yeah. Dude, Superbad is so good. God, that movie's funny. Oh man.
I watched a bunch of the interview circuit that they did, and the way that Michael Cera and Jonah Hill described what the movie was really about was like, it's just these two friends and they're trying to come to terms with the fact that they're not going to go to the same school. It's like, no, nobody who watched that movie would say that that's
yeah. Did they do that like in jest? Were they like joking? They were serious.
They were serious. Like that's why they liked the movie so much. It was because the undertone of the whole thing, like Jonah Hill is agitated a lot of the time because Michael Cera is going to go to a fancy school, and like this whole breaking up the band thing. And that's why I like that scene where they're drunk in his basement. He does the boop. He boops him on the nose. And like, it seems like they reconciled.
That is an absurd proposition. The reason that movie is so funny is because of McLovin.
Yeah.
I mean, and Joe Lo Truglio, who plays Boyle in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, is at the party when Jonah's like stealing the beer and putting it in the... He's like the guy with the lisp, you know?
Yeah, I know what you're
that
talking about.
That guy's funny as shit.
He's in Pineapple Express too, right?
I don't think so. He might be.
Right? Isn't he the teacher that...
Yep.
Yeah.
He is. Heard that. Wish I didn't hear that. Definitely heard that. So good. That's also a very, very funny movie.
Yeah. But you think about that too, like the way that Seth Rogen started to do his films, like that.
Well, Seth Rogen is just...
That dynamic was so created around that kind of... Yeah, that type of writing.
Dude, that's really interesting that you... Part of me thinks maybe Sandler, though, was pre-Will Ferrell, but I don't know that he does that.
His version of it was he brushed it off really quick. Like, it was a really quick thing, and then he would
he didn't like immerse himself in the ridiculous. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
He
it's
would
like
walk away from the person, and then that person would then do one more thing. Like, they would always have the last word.
Yeah.
Sandler is getting out of there awkwardly.
Yeah.
And that person has the thing.
Right. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast. Walk away. Shooter McGavin. No.
Exactly.
Bingo. Wow, dude. That was perfectly described. Well done.
Little Nicky.
I fucking hated that movie. I turned that movie off. It's one of the few movies
Have you
I've done
seen
that
the
to.
nipple rubbing scene, though? So he's learning to fly, Foo Fighter. He's going up this apartment building, and this dude is rubbing his nipples. And he's like, "Oh, sorry." He's like, "Oh, no, you're fine." He's like, "I gotta go. Good luck with the nipple rubbing." And then he goes away, and then the guy goes, "Oh, I don't need luck. I'm good." And so that type of shit.
Yeah, for sure. That happens a lot in Sandler stuff. God, that's good, man. Well done. Dude, fucking A, that happens so many times in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Just in Happy Gilmore alone. When the doctor's like, you're going to have to like rest after he gets hit by the car in the fairway, and he's like, "Oh, screw that. I got to finish this tournament, or I got to win this thing." And then he gets up and the doctor's like, "Okay, listen to me. I'm just a doctor."
Oh, yeah.
That happens so many times, and it's not just with Sandler either. It happens with Shooter all the time too. When Shooter walks away and he's like, "Hey, Shooter, want to go to Red Lobster? My treat." I say that all the time when I'm golfing. Someone will be like walking away. I'll like say something stupid, or like we'll be like walking in the same direction, and then they'll go start walking to their ball, and I'll start walking to my ball, and I'll like turn around. "Hey, want to go to Red Lobster? My treat." Like, the fuck are you talking about? I love quoting that movie. That's one of the most quotable, like in its actual, in the thing it's mocking.
Yeah.
Like movies ever.
Yeah. Well, and how about a warm glass of Shut the Hell Up?
Yeah, for sure. There's so many great lines in that movie.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the golf course lines are to this day quoted like in every single round of golf. Like every group on the course is at some point during the day quoting Happy Gilmore.
You know what I just thought of? Tony Robbins is in Happy Gilmore. He's the guy with the nail in his head. Right?
What's his name in the movie?
Does he have a real name?
Yeah, it's Mr. something.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
How's the thing doing? Oh, terrific. Nail comes out next week. Hey, Shooter, aren't you forgetting something? Dude, I love that. So, there's a guy, Joey Molinaro. He works at Barstool, but he's been doing like video clips for like a long time. And the other day, Patrick Mahomes got a new contract for $500 million.
Is he a soccer player?
He's a quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh.
Just won the Super Bowl and the MVP. So he gets this new contract, and Joey tweets, well, good for Patrick Mahomes. Oh, my God. Yeah, so good.
Oh.
Really good tweet.
That's very funny.
Yeah, I love that fucking movie. God damn it. I could quote that the rest of today.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I quote all the time when things are going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Kim will be like, the dishwasher's broken. I still have to do another load of laundry. And then I'll go, our pets' heads are falling off.
I love when you say that. That's also one of those movies that like it's habitually quoted. At this point, like people don't quote those movies like that. I feel like not every, but a lot of Jim Carrey movies, a lot of Sandler movies, a lot of Will Ferrell movies are just like
movies? What do people quote anymore?
What do you mean?
Like I don't know what people are saying. I don't have my ear to the ground anymore.
I don't know. Probably TikTok or something.
I don't have my taint on the railroad track.
Is that something people do
Yeah, for sure.
to make sure a train's not coming?
Well, something's coming.
It's called. I was gonna say it's called "I'm Coming, Something's Coming."
It's a totally different type of train spotting where like...
Dude, have you seen Train Spotting 2 yet?
The only thing I've ever seen from the original Train Spotting is when he sinks into the floor and then when that dude fucking moitas that guy with the that glass mug in the bar.
You should see both of those movies.
I know.
They're really tough to watch.
I know.
The first one is horrifying.
You know what's super funny? Have you seen Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah, a lot of it. That's Jared Leto and
Sigourney Weaver and I think Liz Tomlin.
Is Sigourney Weaver really in it? Or are you? I was like, I don't think she's in it. Ripley?
That one lady that never ages is in it though. Fucking you know
Dracula?
Yeah, no. Dracula ages. He looks terrible.
He's 500 years old. Give him a fucking break.
That's
pal.
true. That is unfair of me. Jennifer Connelly. There we
Okay,
go.
let's see her. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, yeah, I was wrong. Who else? What else is she in?
She's in a ton of stuff.
A Beautiful Mind. Have you seen that movie? Heave, cry, dude. Whoa, Waterworks.
Yeah.
I cried the first time I saw that. I legitimately I had some time for myself.
When I watched it,
Big
Kim
tears.
was going to school for mental health, and she was like, "That's not what it's like." And I was like, "Well, it's a movie."
She ruined
Like-
A Beautiful Mind for you,
Well, yeah,
Timothy.
it was fresh in her mind because she's going to school for
Yeah,
that
for
stuff.
sure. But
So the paranoia thing is
yes,
incredibly real. It is that real.
right.
But as far as how vividly you can see a person, apparently it's not exactly like that.
Well, that's why they say voices in your head, not people in your eyes.
Yeah.
I have people in my eyes.
Also, Kim always tells me not to put it in her eyes.
Your people?
My people. I go, here come the people.
You go, this is the church.
This is the quibble.
This is the steeple. Open the doors. And this is my people.
open
Isn't
the
that
doors
how,
and
that how it goes? And see all the people?
open the doors and I'm Dr. Zoidberg.
Do you know the guy who plays him?
Yeah.
Jerry West? No, Jerry West was literally a basketball player.
But he plays
What's his
Fry.
name? Yeah. What's his name? It's something West, I think.
I don't think so.
Okay. Happy to be wrong.
I'll look it up.
Prove me.
Fry.
He literally recorded it with his hand over his mouth like this. to, act it
Have
out.
you watched I Know That Voice?
Yeah, dude. Great documentary. But also a lot of the people are so fucking pretentious. Boy, did that piss me off.
I talked to one of the guys that was...
Like the guy who played Porky Pig.
Yes, that's the guy that I talked to. He's a pretentious twat.
Hey, guy. For sure, undoubtedly, go fuck yourself.
That guy sucks.
Like the way he says he's like, and I have the best job security in the world because nobody else in the world can do that.
Yeah.
When he says like the Porky Pig thing, it's like, oh, cool. You sound like you're the best at being a cartoon pig with a stutter. Congratulations, Chief.
Like, I get that it's acting, dude, but
Yeah, but
at the end
you're
of the
Porky
day...
Pig, man. What's his name? Tim Cummings or something? The guy who plays Tigger. That guy seems really cool. He seems like a really nice guy.
Oh, shit, you were right. Billy West.
yeah.
His last name was West.
All
God,
right.
he looks terrible now. Dude.
Does it look like somebody left him out in the sun too long or what? Let's see it. Whoa! He looks like Zoidberg.
He's got, the
He's got crow's feet in his eyes.
Good Lord.
And anyway, so fucking there's some of those guys seem cool.
Yeah,
and gals,
yeah.
I should say. Like the lady who plays all the Rugrats.
Yeah.
Seemed very cool.
Yeah. John DiMaggio is
Ball
the
player.
god of all gods.
Yeah, seems like a total ball player.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of shit though.
Yeah.
Him and Billy West are both in Disenchantment also.
Yes.
Yeah.
God almighty.
I love that show.
I cried watching that.
Which part?
When Elfo...
Yep. Super
Like,
tough to watch.
It was...
But it's also so beautiful at the same time. You're
It
like,
throws me off when shows that like seemingly aren't that deep by the end of it become super deep, and you're like, how
is
did
that
you
like
do
your
that to me?
Adventure Time thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get that. I mean,
Because that show is really like what they say. It's about alcoholism.
Disenchantment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Very much so.
Which is like, it's obviously it's silly as fuck, but then by the end you're like, oh wow.
Yeah, it's super. It's a tough show to watch if like you're not able to watch something that's supposed to be funny and also like feel at the same time.
Yeah.
And a lot of people aren't able to do that, so they can't separate it. So then they say like, I didn't think it was that funny, and you're like, well, it's not supposed to be all funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
it doesn't. I don't know.
Dude, I think the greatest of all of those moments in TV history is...
How come he don't want me, man?
I know exactly what you're talking about. And I've cried more than once to just the clip on YouTube of that. If I need to get a good cry in, sometimes I'll just turn that clip on just to start things off.
Yeah.
Whew. I'm getting the chills right now.
Yeah, how come he don't want me no more?
Yeah.
It sounds stupid when I say it like that, but
yeah, but that's...
how come he doesn't want me anymore is that was so real.
so heavy.
God.
So metal.
And I watched him talking about filming that scene and how God, I wish I could remember that guy's name who plays Phil.
Will Smith.
But he didn't know that he was going to be able to like get upset. He didn't think he was going to be able to cry and like have it be convincing.
Yeah.
And I wish I could remember how he said it, but that actor, the guy that plays Uncle Phil, gave him some advice, and then he did that. And when Phil pulled him in, apparently on set, he goes, "You did it."
Oh, man. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Who's cutting onions in here, huh? Oh, man. Yeah, dude, I think the one for me, maybe, I don't know. Actually, you know what, dude? I just had a moment in Schitt's Creek that
I heard there's some deep moments in that show.
Whew. Oof. So David in the show,
Okay.
who is Eugene Levy and Daniel Levy. Levy? Is it Levy?
Always Levy.
Okay, so be nicer about it, though. So Eugene Levy and his son Daniel Levy wrote and directed the show together, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So, and they're both in the show, obviously.
Yeah.
And he plays David's dad in it.
Oh, they actually. Oh, I see. Awesome.
Yeah, like it's there, and so all their interactions are hilarious. But anyway, so David is bi in the show,
Okay.
and he starts dating this guy who is like brand new to the game, if you get what I'm saying, right? Dated women his
Baseball.
whole life. Yeah.
Oh.
And so the guy is like hiding his sexuality from his parents. Like hasn't brought up the fact that him and David, who own a store together and like all this stuff, it's like that they're dating. And then they like go to this diner for a surprise party for his David's boyfriend, and they're like, is there something you want to tell us? And like their parents had found out earlier by accident, but they like still don't want to take away this moment from him, you know? And he's like, it's so hard. Why is it so hard? And the mom's like, you can tell us anything and you know that we'll love you no matter what. And then he like tells him like, David isn't just my business partner or whatever. He's also my partner. And then like the dad is like, so proud of you. Like I cried so hard. It was like the most like touching moment. And then right after that, like when this episode ends, there's like, if you or someone you know is struggling with coming out to the family, and they like show the like helplines and stuff. And I was like, this is fucking beautiful. The world needs more of this shit.
Yeah.
Just be helpful. Just be kind, be helpful, be loving. Those three things will make the world a better place. If everyone on earth was nicer, more helpful, and loved more, the world would be good.
Yeah. Stop being black olives.
Oh, I thought you were going to say stop being black. I was like, Chris, they can't do that.
Wait, what? They can't turn.
I thought you were going to say.
Well, Sammy Sosa did it,
Okay.
right?
And well, he's like Dominican, so.
Dominicans can be black.
Yeah, but he's like, are you saying he's white now?
Are you not up to speed on white Sammy Sosa?
Oh, holy cow.
Yeah, he did the procedure.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Samuel. Or Samuel.
Yeah, Honky Sosa.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I didn't know that about Samuel.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, now I kind of forgot what I was saying.
Well, you said don't stop being black olives.
Disgusting.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah.
See, here's and this is about to get way too real.
Okay.
So buckle up, because your buddy is about to drop some truth that's going to be maybe painful and hard to swallow. Like for you, black olives. Your cause and your approach to making that cause a reality are both equally important
Yes.
in the path to claiming civil rights, if that makes sense. Or in you know what I'm saying? Both the path you take and the reason for taking the path are equally important to get to the goal.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know it sounds shitty.
It's very teetering on a side that I'm not sure
You agree with.
Go more.
It is equally, in my opinion.
I
should
get
be
that
clear
part,
about this.
but more about like, do you have an example?
Yeah,
Okay.
but the world's going to hate me for saying this. So I don't think wreaking havoc on the world is the way to get people to show you more love.
Oh, we've talked about this. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just be kinder.
Yeah.
Now, everyone be kinder. Not just the people with the cause. The people who are for some fucking reason opposed to the cause also be way fucking kinder, you know? Just be nice. Just be nice to people.
Yeah.
Good things happen to you and to others when you are nice.
For
Period.
sure.
End of story.
Yes.
Get
but also,
way too fired up.
historically speaking,
Hasn't worked that
yeah.
way. Right. 100%. And I get that.
I think like the thing that we think that separates us from the animal kingdom is this concept of morality and justice and fairness.
Yeah. I mean, collectively, I would say that's like the consensus.
Right. So like we think that because we have the cognitive awareness.
Well, it's free will. Because we have free will, we also have the balance of morality and immorality.
Yeah. Well, so it's the as soon as you learn, so like the biggest flaw in the concept of absolute morality is the second that you are aware of an immoral thing and you don't act on it, the morality goes right back to being relative rather than an absolute.
I'm also not like pro absolutism.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
But anyways, so like
it's really a scale balancing morality and empathy.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes the scale's balanced, you know? And other times one outweighs the other.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think, and what I was trying to say was that because we think that we're elevated and that we should know better in these certain instances, that because we've known better for so long, that we then know, okay, I know that this is, why do you even care about, like, I remember my dad saying he didn't get why people even cared about getting married when it came to same-sex marriage, like when all of the voting was going on. Because he's a lovable guy and doesn't give a shit, but because of his religion, he has like he's kind of trepid in the thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, what's it even matter? You know, if marriage is not that great anyways. And it was trying to be like dismissive of it,
right,
in a comical way that he tries to do.
Right.
And I was like, a lady that we work with had a partner who was in the hospital and she couldn't do anything on her behalf. She had to do it at the behest of that person's family who fucking hated her, but she knew what her partner actually wanted and couldn't do the thing. It's moments like that. And so there are these like...
Yeah, it's more of... It's there's the logistic side of marriage that helps you not just have the person's back emotionally, but like the physical, like taking action to have their back that people didn't have access to, like you said, like to be able to take care of the person.
Well, and we've never, like he and I had never been put in a situation like that. We know
your dad didn't get married.
we knew that if something happened to Kim, I say what I say goes. If something happens to my mom, what he says goes. Right. So we know that we have their back.
Right.
So we have no idea what that feeling of like true helplessness when it comes to the person that you're devoted to.
Right.
And when you start to bring the gravity of that, I think like people try to be dismissive of anxiety and the role that it plays in certain things. Like the anxiety that comes with that concept is a way for you to then really feel the gravity of why any movement is important. Like those types of things. So if you're dismissive in the sense that like everybody should, you know, just love and this and that, like you gotta throw the shit side of it in there too. Like it's I don't know, it's easy to do the nice things for, you know, cis bifocal guys like us, but
do the nice things for everybody is what you're saying?
Yeah. Because we don't have as much skin in the game.
Right. Well, and be universally nice and understanding.
Yeah.
Just
so
do that. Just
don't ignore how shitty that feels.
Right.
Take it in, soak it up. I mean, don't let it ruin your fucking day, but like that shit is super important, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I also think it's important though to like practice the same level of empathy for everyone in a situation.
For sure.
And I think that oftentimes, especially in today's world, it's really easy to just dismiss people as like bigots and racists and homophobes and whatever when they're not. You just use that term to like label somebody as something, to take them down, remove whatever power they have, you know, silence them, whatever that is. I don't think that that's good either, you know? Because it's like, do you want to radicalize people? That's how you do it. You shit all over them.
Sure.
And you take away their voice until they can find a group that listens to their voice. And then they go to another group, and that other group just happens to be people that also align themselves with shittier people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the further you go in that game, like nobody's untouchable, you know? And like,
But there are groups that have been proven to be snuffed out as long as the pressure is kept on them.
100%.
So in that regard, people like that's I feel bad that like it what you want to be as just a normal right then becomes your life. Like that would suck. I would not want anything that I like care about to feel like a survival need every single day of my life. Like that I have to go out, make sure there's nobody that hates guys with ponytails. I don't know. Like,
right. Well, we all do. We
all
just,
hate them. I know. I told Kim I wanted to shave my fucking head, and she's like, "Don't you do it." And I was like, "Okay, well, stop calling me Jessica, and we fine."
Stop grabbing it when you're banging my ass.
Also, are my balls in there? But you know what I mean? Like, it's just wanting to be the same, then it has to be a part of your every fucking day. Seems like it would be a nightmare, but there's people who have had to do that. Like civil rights people, they are a civil rights activist until the day they die.
Right.
Like they never live it down. Like anytime that those people are noted, like it's from then on out. That's who you are, and that's who you have to be. That fucking sucks. Right. Because then people who are bigoted come at you, and you're not even looking for it anymore.
Right. Right. Yeah, and that's like, you know, I think the reason I get so frustrated by the use of those as like labels to like silence people and whatever is like sometimes it's warranted, and now because it's used on everybody, like you're not. It's like it's the same thing as like calling someone a Nazi that's not like actually a Nazi. It's like, you know, real Nazis killed 6 million Jews. You know what I'm saying? They were horrifying fucking people, you know, and did some absolutely heinous, to the point that more millions of people died because might have been an ass dial.
That was weird.
I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Today's not Thursday, is it?
No, it's Wednesday.
Okay.
But that's what frustrates me. It's like, you know, real bigotry exists, and like to be a bigot is one thing, and I discourage it. It's not good. Yeah. It's not healthy. It doesn't like make the world a better place. Yeah. And like do your best to like not be closed-minded and understand that other people have plights that you can't possibly understand. So you just need to give people grace and the freedom to think the way they think, and encourage them to be themselves, you know? Yeah. But also, like, telling somebody that you don't agree with something that they're saying doesn't make you a bigot. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's frustrating, especially from your perspective, because if everyone was like you, then everything would be fine. Because you know what your intent is, and you know what you bring to the table for both sides of things. So it's like, that's such a, and I get that, because it's so frustrating to.
If everyone was like me, we'd need to double our fire departments, because half my life, everything in my life is on fire, and the other half of my life, I'm just not anxious.
I just mean in intent. Yeah. Like that, and that's what's frustrating, and that's why when people say not all cops, right? Not all cops are bad guys. Right. Not all men. That whole thing, it's like, yeah, because you're a good person.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to imagine the like evil that's out there.
Yeah.
Like you can't grasp.
Well, so like to that point though, not to like full blown contradict you, because I get what you're saying, like 100%. I'm on board with that sentiment, but also like I think it hurts the intent of the message. You know what I'm saying? This is the cause and the method to get there. You know, it's like if you say like people say like, you know, not all men are bad, and then people are like, well, you're the problem. You know, and you're like, am I the problem or are bad men the problem?
Yeah.
Because like, you know what I mean? Like you piss people off, you turn people off, and it's people that you could easily bring right on over to your side.
See, and that's what I mean. You are accepted by so many groups. Like you're such an easy person to get along with.
Well, so fucking what if I skateboarded in 8th grade, dude? Fuck off.
But I mean, so that's where the frustration I think
saying.
comes from, is because you know how to reach both sides. You know what it takes, and it doesn't feel like much.
And
you know what I mean? Like
I guess so. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I live in my brain, so I don't know. I try to be empathetic and see like, okay, I get where like somebody can't possibly bridge the gap between themselves and the other side because like their belief system is so far away from what this person might believe. But there are instances where like I can't relate. You know what I mean? Like I can't bridge that gap. I'm like, how do you guys not see that you're just doing the exact same thing to each other?
Well, but
just sit down and put an egg salad sandwich between you. And you'll realize you have way more in common than you think, because either you're both going to eat that egg salad or you're neither going to eat that egg salad. Ugh. And I think the answer is probably neither.
Stop,
you eat egg salad in the comfort of your own home.
You eat it in the bathroom where that shit belongs.
The bathroom of an airplane. That's what you do.
Oh man. But yeah, that's what I like. That's what I see in you, is because I think in not that you understand. I think part of you, like the coach in you too. Everybody slaps hands at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Slap hands.
Yeah, I get that. I definitely get that. That's a really good way. Or yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because like you're forced. You are by the actions you take, not just in principle, you're literally forced to shake hands with the enemy.
Yeah.
And you have to do it to every enemy. And then you have to not fucking beat the shit out of them or get your shit pounded in, you know, depending on who it is. Wow. Maybe that's it, man. Maybe that's fucking it. Maybe that's the secret. Everybody, put your kids in contact sports. I don't know. I think you're right. It's just I get so lost, like trying to. I don't know. If I had it my actual way, I would just shit all over everyone.
Yeah.
You know, on social media, like right now, and just be like, "You guys are all idiots." Just so you know, all of you. Not some of you. Yeah. Not one side of you. You're all fucking idiots. Yeah. You know why? Because you're doing it on Facebook. That's why. Get the fuck off Facebook. That's what blows my mind. Is like when people are like I hate the term keyboard warrior because it's like it's such a good term. It's like it's the perfect term. That is exactly what they are.
Yeah.
But it makes it sound silly.
Most people are on their 15-minute break.
Right. And like
You're a grown-ass man sitting in a high school auditorium plastic chair talking about how we're going to, you know, school reform or whatever the fuck. Like,
and you know this about me. I fucking hate commenting on shit on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, I can't stand like using that as like a medium to disagree with people.
Yeah. And you know me.
Yeah. It's like your favorite thing. I love so much. There's nothing, honestly, I hate doing it, but I love to consume it because secretly at heart, like I don't hate the zoo. You know what I mean? Like I love the zoo.
Yeah.
You know? to watch the animals in their natural but not natural habitat, you know?
Yeah.
That's what Facebook is. Facebook is the zoo. This is my premise for today.
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
Okay? Facebook is the zoo because the zoo is where you go to see lions with a bunch of fake trees and fake rocks, probably real grass, okay?
Yeah.
Being fed raw meat that they did not catch. They live there, and that's you being like, this is how lions live, right? And that's Facebook is a fake arena for you to have conversations with people. That's not how it actually works at all, but you're getting fed everything that you need for nourishment. And really, the setting itself is safe enough for those around you that you can kind of keep it contained to one place.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, one of my favorite things in the world is to log on Facebook and see a post that has fewer reactions or likes than it does comments. And I'm immediately like, this really pissed somebody off. Cannot wait to see what they said. Every time. I don't even read the post first. Like, I'll be scrolling and I'll see, like, and then I go up and I read the post and it's like dessert. Like, I grab a napkin from the kitchen, I tie it around my neck. Dude, that is top 3 favorite things for me to do. Not top 3, that's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I fucking love it, dude. It's so fucking fun. I did it like 4 times today. See a post, it's got like 63 likes, 293 comments. You're like, fuck yeah, dude. Oh, I bet somebody said a word they can't say. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then I just read. I don't comment. I don't like. I don't do anything. Nobody knows I've been there.
Yeah.
It's like going to the zoo, but like in an invisibility cloak.
Oh, okay.
Still get the experience.
It's like walking into a high school bathroom where the kids weren't allowed to have doors on the stalls anymore. And the stalls are right in the entryway, and you're like, you open up and you're like, oh.
It's like walking into that bathroom and every stall's full and all the kids are shitting, but you're only wearing your socks and not your shoes. So nobody heard you walk in and you just get to hear the magic happen and you get to leave before they even knew you came.
Yeah.
And you were jacking off. So
You are in just your socks for some reason.
yeah, because you didn't want them to know. I don't know why I said yeah like that. That was so like I sounded like a 4-year-old that's really excited for its grape freezy.
I like.
Do you
that,
want a grape freezy? Yeah.
I like that you said a 4-year-old that's excited for its,
Yeah.
implying
There?
yeah, its is like a dog licks its balls. I don't know.
A man
Shits his balls. I love that clip so much.
it is really
I was
funny.
so scared when I first saw it because it looked like soft serve coming out, and I was like, "This is fucking disgusting."
It totally does. That's so funny.
And Tom Segura loves posting shit that like
Horrifying
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, he's just." But then you saw him still standing there, and the shit didn't drop all the way.
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait,
Oh my god.
wait a second." So I had to watch it again and be like, "Oh, those are balls."
That's his. It's totally shaved down there, by the way, for
Yeah.
sure. Like, and he definitely lubricated them.
He did. He
Yeah.
did say that.
Not a doubt,
That he lubed up for sure.
because that would be so painful.
Yeah.
I mean, I think either way, at
Well,
least
he makes it sound like it's not that bad because
yeah. But if you're not a first timer, then sure, yeah,
yanking him around.
yeah. The first time you face Randy Johnson, you're like, that's really fast. The 100th time you face Randy Johnson, you're like, well, Randy's pitching today.
Yeah. Is it like that though, or are you always scared of Randy Johnson?
I mean, people hit home runs off Randy Johnson,
Yeah,
so
but do you think maybe they close their eyes when they do it?
no, but yes.
Right?
You ready for a crazy baseball fact?
Please.
Okay. So,
Buy Rippin' Dingers on teespring.com.
Yeet. Do that, son. Anyway, so Randy Johnson threw so hard that, and really any pitcher that can break 100 miles an hour with their fastball can do this. Because of the distance from the point of release and to the plate, and because Randy was so tall, the actual speed of his fastball was faster than it was thrown, if that makes sense. Based on time,
I got, yep.
right? So, like, let's say he's throwing 101. Because he was so long and because he took such a large step towards home, such a long step, he cut off 7 feet between himself and the plate. So by the time the ball leaves his hand, it's going 101, but it's also got less distance to travel.
Oh, wow.
So it's like he's throwing 107 miles an hour, which is, I think, higher than it actually was. But for the sake of...
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Whatever. So at that speed, with that amount of distance between themselves and the object, you can literally blink and miss it. Like it can pass you, and you can blink when the ball is pitched. If you blink exactly when the ball leaves his hand at that speed, you will miss it. It will pass you before your eyes are back open. In a normal blink, not like close them, like in like your subconscious instinctual blinking. That's how fast it is.
I have heard that...
so, no, they didn't close their eyes on purpose, but if they blinked right when he threw it, then yeah, they did.
Most players aren't actually swinging like knowing where the ball is. It's you're reacting. Yeah,
it's half anticipation. It's literally half like just instinctual reaction. That's David Ortiz used to practice in the batting cage. He would turn the machine up to 95 miles an hour, and he would write numbers on the side of all the baseballs. And he would just stand in the batter's box with his hands behind himself, and he would just watch them go by. And he would, by the end of this training, he could tell you what number was on the ball.
No way.
100%.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
How can you see that? You know what's interesting is your brain is...
Some people are just have the physical...
Well, because what's happening is your brain, because you're actually processing after it's already gone by. Mm-hmm. So you're seeing the shape and going, that was...
I know this. That shape, and then you're spitting it out. Yeah.
Like he's not actually seeing the number. He's seeing that's the design of the design, the way that you write a 7 or whatever.
Right, and that's so... very, very good hitters, whether at the professional level, the college level, the high school level, whatever. Mm-hmm. A lot of them have the ability to like see the rotation on a ball, and so you can anticipate like where the ball is going to be going, right? And it's not that hard if somebody's throwing like a curveball right after they throw a fastball, because you can like see a fastball, depending on the style of fastball. Like a 4-seam fastball actually has like backwards rotation, basically. And a curveball has like top spin and side spin. So it like... And the reason a curveball curves is because the spin is creating like a pocket of air in front of the ball that's literally pushing the ball down.
Oh, wow.
That's what causes... So anyway... So you can like see that. And so that's what he was training himself to do, was to be able to see like on super fast pitchers, the rotation of the ball. So you can anticipate where in the zone it's going to be, where in the strike zone, or not in the strike zone for that matter.
Yeah.
So you can put the barrel of the bat on the ball rather than just swinging for the sake of swinging. And that is baseball science for you.
Physics.
For ESPN Sports Science, I'm John Brinkus.
John Brinkus.
That's his name.
I'm Michael Burbitchewitz.
No, John Brinkus is literally the name of the guy from ESPN
and
Sports Science.
And I'm Michael Burbitchewitz.
For ESPN Sports Science, I'm John Brinkus. That's like my favorite thing he does. He does all this really cool shit in his show, Sports Science.
Sports
Favorite part of the show. For ESPN Sports Science, I'm John Brinkus. Because he says it every time.
He does? He says, I'm John Brinkus?
Yeah, every episode. For ESPN Sports Science, I'm John Brankus. I used to watch the shit out of that show.
That's awesome. My premise for today, I don't know how I can do this.
Okay.
But remember the UV
Thing we were doing?
Yeah, this morning.
Yeah.
Donald Trump Jr. looks like he exclusively makes Red Bull and UV fart cocktails. Or that he was this is what I'm trying to figure it out. He looks like he looks like he drinks those, or he was the kid that always brought a bottle of UV fart to the party. The way he sucks his chin in.
Wait, which Donald Trump
weasel.
Jr. you said?
Yeah.
See, I would say yes to that, but I don't know if UV fart is too much of a stretch. You know what I'm saying? So you could pick like UV boat shoes or like,
ooh,
you know what I'm saying? So like something that's like, because like he doesn't look like a guy, in my opinion, I guess, that like smells like farts.
Oh, they look like they're constantly smelling farts. See, that's what I'm trying to get across. Those two boys, Eric and Donald Jr.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
Like,
they do look like they recently smelled an
Yeah.
absolute banger of a fart. Like, whoa, does that thing have a sequel? Can't wait.
yeah, like Donald wanted bloodhounds, but he got ferrets instead. They're both good at smelling things, but one of them smells inherently worse than the other and looks disgusting. Like if you woke up to a hound in your bed,
Yeah.
you'd be like, hey, get over here, floppy ears.
Yeah.
If you woke up
To a
to a
ferret.
ferret in your bed, you'd go, oh, fuck, the ferrets got out and they're going to claw my face off.
I'd be, I would say we should have pulled out of that ferret purchase early.
Yeah.
Metaphor for not making his kids.
No, I got it.
So not funny though?
Abort the ferrets.
Yeah, I didn't want to say the word abort.
Pulling weasel.
I should have pulled my weasel out of that ferret deal. So,
Yeah. Do you think people in the South, when they have intercourse, they call it noodling?
I can't imagine they do, Chris. Why do you
gotta
say
think
that?
it a little bit, right? Especially the people who do noodle.
Noodling is a horrifying tradition that
Yeah.
shouldn't exist, but does, and just kind of shows you that some parts of the world are made up of people that are not like you and me, which is
Yeah.
fine. That's totally okay. But when you watch somebody stick their hand in a hole in a swamp and
Yeah.
pull out a 40-pound catfish, and you're like,
Some of them are
way bigger than that.
enormous.
Hundreds
People
of
die
pounds.
every year noodling, drowning because those monsters
Right.
of fish.
Those prehistoric
Yes.
demons.
They really are.
Yeah, they look like they're scary looking.
They're like
You know what
they're like inbred dinosaurs.
you know what a catfish looks like? A catfish looks like it says stuff like this. Hey Dale. What happened to the pink skins? Where the pork rinds at, Dale?
They look like a mix between a salamander, like are they catfish? Those big fucking noodly. They're like,
that's what you catch catfish.
but I mean,
Yes, catfish get to be hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Yes.
God.
Yeah,
But
you
they're
can
also way muddier than like your standard catfish, I feel like.
yeah, because they're hundreds of pounds, Chris, and they live in holes in the water. Yeah, they literally swim back into a hole. They dig out with their tail.
Well, so
They shake that funky butt they got into a hole, some soft, and they get that. They back that ass up, right?
they sure do.
And then they stick their mouth like that and wait for shit to come past their mouth so they can go, hey, Dale, what happened to those pork rinds, Dale?
So the mom, the female,
Yeah.
backs that ass up, lays the eggs,
Yes.
and then the male goes, "Let me get some," and he goes
Let
in
me
there.
front that ass up.
So he is guarding the eggs, and that's why most of the time, either you're getting a female who's laying them eggs, or most of the time you're getting the males that are trying to guard the eggs.
Right.
And it breaks people's arms. People get dislocated.
There's a lot of guys walking around Louisiana and in Kentucky that look like this.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, when I was 13 years old, I was trying to noodle catfish. Turns out it was a snapping turtle. So
Yeah, that's the other
happens
thing.
all the time.
Yeah.
Mind blowing. Like, how can you hear of something like that happening and then go right back in there and do it? I don't understand it. But then you also look at the things that you do or that we do, just as regular human. Like, I'm about to hop in my car and drive home,
Oh,
Right. And people
sure.
die every day in cars,
Yeah.
and I'm not taking that approach to cars. Now, granted, cars have airbags and seatbelts and other safety measures.
Yeah.
Noodling has no safety measures except maybe your buddy, I don't know.
There's usually somebody there to pull you out of the water in case that thing sucks you under.
But what would his name be? Like Wayne Tom?
Yeah.
I laughed way too early.
Jim Dale.
This here's my brothers, Wayne, Tom, and Jim Dale.
Oh, what's your name?
Curtis Jr.
Really? So your dad's name is Curtis?
Nope. Nope. My dad's name is Bartholomew. Goes by Bart. But my name is Curtis Jr.
It's Curtis Jr. with a G.
So all three brothers have two names, and one of their names is Junior with a G. Dude, can we do this? That's a sketch right there, bro.
Junior with a G, yeah.
To have like we have like somebody interviewing us, and we're like the three brothers because we all have the glasses, the look. We can all do the voice, like sort of southern dumb voice.
Yeah.
One of us is Wayne Tom. One of us is Tim Dale. Or what was the other one?
Jim Dale.
Jim Dale. The other one is Curtis Jr. Dude, that's so funny. Oh, I love that. We're doing that.
All right.
We're for sure doing that. We could make that a series.
You really could.
Like checking in with
Yeah.
and what they got to have some weirdly French last name because they're fucking mega Cajun.
Yeah.
So their last name is like Thoreau with an X in it for sure.
Oh, that could be Tremblay.
My name's Wayne Tom Tremblay.
That works perfect.
Yeah.
Or
Wow, that's funny, dude. I'm fucking crying, laughing so hard. That's good.
I've been trying not to touch my eyes so much.
What is it?
Because I have a degenerative disease in my
What's
eyeballs. I forget what it's called, but it has to do with my stigmata in my left eye.
So like you can pass it to people?
No, I can't pass it, but the fact that I rub my eyes so much is a sign that it's a side effect of this. Like, so basically, layers just keep coming off.
Oh, is it called herp eyes?
Herp eyes. Oh fuck! I was gonna say that. God damn it, dude. I'll try to remember it.
You got a
off
herpes
air.
story?
No, I was gonna say opinions are like herpes. Everyone has it. Like my impression of a guy who thinks that everyone has herpes.
My name is Wayne Tom Tremblay, and like my daddy always said, opinions are like herpes. We all have it.
God, I love that, dude.
Yeah.
That's funny. Look at us coming up with funny things together.
Yeah. And see, this was the thing that I kept getting nervous about when I keep trying to throw in like segments that we should have and all of these things. It's like I'm terrified that there's going to be dead air. And
Yeah, no, we talked the whole time.
Yeah.
There was no dead air.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's good there.
And like that's a 2-hour recording for sure, right? 140, right?
Just about
140.
140. Yeah.
So for an hour
pretty
and
good.
40 minutes, we just
Well, I mean, 45 minutes of it was a Donald Trump impersonation.
You should cut it and put. You should cut it and put a song underneath it,
Dude, I am gonna. This is all shit that I can say off air. But suffice it to say, same time next week.
Yeah, dude. Same time next week.
Wait, is that what it is?
No, that's
Oh shit.
No, same time next week is the thing. I just fucked it up on purpose.
Oh.
Because like I'm pretty sure the last 2 episodes I've been like, same time next week, and be like, actually no, maybe not the last 2 episodes, but there was an episode where you fucked it up like 3 times.
Oh yeah. Well, it was a facade.
Oh, was it?
I was being facetious.
I was joshing you. All right, so go ahead,
Same time next week.
dude. Absolutely.
Dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, absolutely.